Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. Welcome everyone. Sorry, I took a little bit to get started because I was drinking some warm honey. Welcome Rose, welcome Tag, welcome Counting, to Greyman, King Brolly. Let's see, Lauren. Anyone else? I think that's everyone. Sorry if I missed you. Alright, just gonna go through chat quickly. I missed a lot of chat while I was away. Oh, you've got a PS5 pre-ordered? Nice. Hope you enjoy it, Rose. You beat Ori 2? Okay, didn't like it as much as the first. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, I think I'll have to play that soon. I want to play Celeste first, though. Well, that's kind of a different game, isn't it? It's not a Metroidvania style game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I should do a little segment at the start where we talk about the announcement for DMC5 SE, but I think I'll leave that for another time. I'm in a bit of a negative headspace at the moment. Yeah, I'm just bummed that it's not properly announced for PC, so I'm just gonna wait and see. Maybe they're probably listening to feedback at the moment, I think, so we'll see what happens with that. It is nice that at least they are putting the Virgil DLC on the other versions, so that's cool. Okay, so let's... hang on, gotta fire up the DS capture. Okay, we're gonna start case 3 today, which I've been told is excellent. Yeah, the Virgil DLC is coming, but not the rest of the special edition. Turbo mode, Legendary Dark Knight. And I'm wondering if there's any other tweaks they're going to make, like balance tweaks or... Especially, someone mentioned the S-rank requirements. Who was that? Because, yeah, that would be cool if they tweaked that for, like, mission... was it mission 10? The one that's just brutal to S-rank? Yeah, because all the missions have, like, the same flat requirement, but some missions are harder than others because they don't have a boss fight. First mission from Dante, yeah, it's 10, isn't it? Yeah. And then 11 is the one outside in the ruined city, yeah. More is revealed. Yeah, I feel like at the moment I'm kind of just being a spoiled brat. Like, I was kind of hoping for more. Like, DMC4 SE had 3 new playable characters. This one's only Virgil. And they're like really hyping up the ray tracing, which I feel like is a buzzword thing. Yeah, sorry, I'm in a negative headspace, so I won't talk too much about that. Welcome, Azakir. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Yes, I saw the name and the silhouette for this case last time, and I'm very excited for it. The Inherited Turnabout. So I think I know what this one's going to be. What's for dessert today?
And Jeff Masters' piece of cake.
Now I want some cake. Thanks, Ace Attorney. Macaroons and waffles. Light and fluffy chiffon cake. Chiffon cake? I've never heard that before. Happiness for one and all. The sweetest temptations. There. Where? Over there. Take a peek inside the oven. Ding! Look, it's freshly baked desserts. Wow, they had to like localize this themselves. Let's cook again today. Yeah, they look at all the work that the fan translators had to do, and just in that image there, they did an amazing job with this. This is fan translated for those who don't know. This program sure brings back memories. Gregory. Tomorrow, I'm heading towards that fateful place with your son. To find out the truth of 18 years ago. Aww. That's a cute photo. You already love it? Same here. April 2nd, 10:05 AM. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. Mr. Shields, isn't it about time you told me what this is all about? Why did you bring me to this museum with you? You're not busy now, are you, Miles? I thought it would be nice if we could share the romance of the constellations together. I beg your pardon, but I would like to leave. Sorry, it was just a joke. Do you know about the final case your father worked on? The IS-7 incident? Yes. Manfred von Karma showed it to me immediately after I became a prosecutor. I reviewed the case file again last night, after you invited me here. And, while I don't remember it very well, I also had been in attendance at the trial back then. Is there a new God of War coming? God of War 4. Oh, are they re-releasing the, Which number God of War were we up to? That previous one? That was really good? I've lost count. It was treated as a reboot, but I don't know if it was. Okay, so this is... Oh, okay, so 5 is coming on PS5. Okay, that's cool. FF16 was announced too? Wow! That's pretty cool. When I was young, I loved watching my father do battle in the courtroom. During that trial, it was my father, the defense attorney, Gregory Edgeworth, against my former mentor, prosecutor Manfred von Karma. And while the trial ended with the defendant being declared guilty, I see. So you were there too, at Gregory's final trial. In that case, I'll cut to the chase and tell you what you want to know. The truth about the IS-7 incident. It happened 18 years ago, during the winter. All the buildings were covered in snow, coating the entire town like a layer of frosting. More cake references. And it was in this very place that the incident occurred. This was all before Uncle Ray became a defense attorney. 18 years ago. December 24th, 5 PM. Detention Centre, Visitors Room. Mr. Edgeworth, this request sure was sudden, don't you think? Oh, he's so young, look at him. Indeed, we were contacted immediately after the client was arrested. It just feels right to voice him like I voice Edgeworth. Another guy who left Capcom. Ah, okay. I wonder who it was. I'll try to look that up once I'm done here. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I brought my assistant, Raymond, with me to meet our client, but... A murder on Christmas Eve? This is just too much. In the darkness, a miraculous meeting. Let's go. Welcome one and all to the visitors' room. Amazing! So this is what meeting a client is like. No. This is just what meeting this client is like. It all happened so suddenly, I was completely surprised. I'm also surprised. I just noticed the guard was, like, applauding him or something. 1,000 pardons for startling you. I am merely expressing my happiness through song. Welcome one and all. I greatly appreciate you coming. Who was Atticus Finch? I don't remember who that is, sorry. So you're the client for this case. Indeed. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'll be representing you in court. This is my assistant, Raymond Shields. Nice to meet you. Oh. I'll do my best to help you. Relax, Raymond. Please excuse his jitters. The lawyer from Tequila Mockingbird. Ah. Yeah, I have never seen that. Sorry. Was that originally a book or was the movie? There's a book for it as well, isn't there? Ah, okay. Gregory Edgeworth is a reference to him even down to the appearance. Okay. I'll have to watch that. He's working part-time at my office as an apprentice. I thought I'd let him assist me in this investigation. So, Mr. Gregory and Raymond, correct? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I feel kind of bad because we know that this ends in a guilty verdict, so... My job involves saving my clients from crimes in which they were falsely accused. First, I should determine if he is truly innocent. You gotta make a timer there? First, I would like to know more about you. Ah, I have forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Geoffrey Master. What? You mean you're Master Jeff? The world's greatest pastry chef? Jeff Master, the Master Chef? Yes, I am honoured that you have heard of me. All my fans call me Master Jeff. Wowzers! I'm totally starstruck. I can't believe I get to meet Master Jeff. Raymond seems to know quite a bit about Mr. Master. Master Jeff makes fantastic desserts while putting on a song and dance show. Is he going to dance again? What's for dessert today? Raymond's dance. Macaroons and waffles. Light and fluffy chiffon cake. Happiness for one and all. The sweetest temptations. There! Where? Over there! Take a peek. Inside the oven. Ding! Look, it's freshly baked desserts. The guard is my favourite part of this. Have we ever had the guard react to anyone before? Looks like Clark Kent. He kind of does, doesn't he? I got caught up in their song myself. Woohoo! I'm so happy that I got to sing with Master Jeff. It's my dream come true. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that as well. Mr. Master, Raymond, shall we return to the matter at hand? Yes, of course. My sincerest apologies for making you wait. Now, where should we start? first let's check out our court record, because we're playing as someone totally... Oh, we got a badge! A different badge. I need to change my badge. Proof of my possession. Polishing it every day has become my routine. That's kind of cute. Raymond Shields, age 18, gender male, works part-time at the Edgeworth law offices, aiming to be a lawyer. Jeffrey Master, age 39, gender male, my client in this case, regarded as the world's greatest pastry chef. Badge. You are the world's greatest pastry chef, but you are also skilled in song and dance? Yes, when I'm having a good time, my body just moves to the rhythm by itself. You seem to enjoy making desserts from the bottom of your heart. Oh, if you don't have a good time making desserts, you won't make anything good. Creating desserts that bring happiness to one and all is my purpose in life. Master Jeff's desserts are practically works of art. They sparkle and look so delicious. He's famous for his dreamlike desserts. Bringing happiness to all with his dreamlike desserts, huh? Dreamlike desserts. Hey, check out my badge. Thank you very much for accepting my request to serve as my defense attorney. The scale engraved on this badge represents truth and fairness. As long as you are innocent, I will see to it that you receive a fair verdict. So please, entrust your faith to me and wait patiently. Yes, thank you for your assistance. Aw, yeah, that is kind of sad. Noteworthy that Raymond has inherited Gregory's mannerism and style more than Miles has. Aw. The incident occurred in your estate, is that correct? Yes. That's where the Great Dessert Contest was being held. It seems that the body was discovered in one of my creations. Oh. Was it in a cake? They found it in one of your desserts? For that reason, I was arrested by the detective in charge of the initial investigation. I would never do something as vile as robbing someone of their life. I'm certain that the police will also realize that they have made a mistake. Really? Do you know anything about the victim? He was a man named Isaac Dover. He was one of the competitors in the contest. He was a wonderful man who made desserts of the highest beauty. Why did he have to die? I see. He truly seems to be grieving over the victim's death. I believe I have sufficient understanding of Mr. Master's personality. Mr. Master, before I accept your request, there is one final matter I must confirm. You did not kill Mr. Dover. Can I take your word for it? Yes, that is correct. I did not kill him. No matter what happens, I would never take another person's life. Those aren't the eyes of a liar. I understand. I believe you. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us. The pleasure is all mine. I am grateful to speak with someone other than a detective. Next, we shall begin our investigation of the crime scene. We will report back with our findings once we have finished. Mr. Gregory, Raymond, I wish you good luck. (6 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Patio. Whew, it sure is cold outside. I didn't expect it to be snowing this hard. Indeed, a blizzard like this will probably not clear up for a while. But even so, this mansion is ginormous. So this is what Master Jeff's place is like, huh? If you're going to hold a contest in your own home, you would need this much space after all. La la la! Welcome! Thank you for coming! Oh my, are you okay? I'm so very sorry. Would you happen to be Monsieur Edgeworth? Yes, I am Gregory Edgeworth. And I'm his assistant, Raymond Shields. Greetings and welcome, Monsieur Edgeworth and Monsieur Shields. Please call me Catherine Hall. I am in charge of the household affairs of this estate, and am also Monsieur Master's assistant. Oh, no way! You're the famous Kate, aren't you? Oh, he's just scribbling without even looking at what he's doing. Snowing in Japanifornia, yes. You know of me? Of course I do. I see you on TV all the time. I'm a big fan of Piece of Cake. Oh goodness, I'm glad to hear that you're a fan. Tell me, what is this piece of cake? What is a piece of cake? It's a TV show that's hugely popular with the kids. Master Jeff and Kate sing and dance while they make delicious treats. Just like this. Oh no. Here we go again. Oh god. What's for dessert today? Cookies and caramel. Rich and feathery cream puffs. Let's make it together. A delectable paradise. Here, there, everywhere. You just open up the oven. Ding. Now, it's time for dessert. Oh, Monsieur Shields, that was incredible. I always practice along with the show. Maybe I should tell my son about this show. But man, doing this dance repeatedly sure works up your appetite. Oh, pardon my inconsideration. I've forgotten to take care of our guests. Please relax and have some tea. Yeah, I want some cake too. Clatter, clatter. Yeah. Let's have some tea. Oh, this is some fine Ceylon tea. I hear the aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration. Wow, I really like the star-shaped cup. That's cool. I don't know if I would like drinking out of it, but it looks cool. I see. So this is what Ceylon tea smells like. Oh, these saucers are chilled. Yes, they help cool the tea more quickly for people who are bad with hot beverages. I see. These teacups also have a wonderful design. Oh, thank you very much. They are one of the few pride and joys of our estate, ordered directly from France. They were made by the famed sculptor Pierre Hoquet. They are my absolute favourite articles of tableware. You seem to greatly appreciate this man's works. Yes, they are like treasures to me. She appears to be very honest about what she likes. Thank you, Miss Hall, but it's time for us to move on to business. Are there any details that you can give us about the incident? Ah, you're right. I sometimes get so distracted welcoming guests that I forget myself. To tell the truth, I was the one who discovered Monsieur Dover's body. So you were the first one to discover the body. Is it true that the body was discovered in one of Mr. Master's desserts? Yes, it was during the judging of the Great Dessert Contest. Oh. I heard the sound of something breaking from Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? Eek! God, can you imagine that? Oh. Hey, Wild Knight, how are ya? You see, we have reached the most competent person in the whole series. That's a good sign. Miles is more of a Steel Samurai fan, Gregory. Well, he will be. He will be. When I looked inside the room, I saw Monsieur Dover's body inside the treasure chest. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to have made you recall such painful memories. No, I should be the one apologising for not being much help. Now then, I believe it's time for us to start investigating the crime scene. Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, please find some way to save Monsieur Master. Monsieur Master is not someone who could commit murder. Yes, of course. Just leave it to us. Then I shall entrust it to you. If you'll excuse me, I have to continue serving tea to the other inspectors. Raymond, let's head to the crime scene. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that Detective Bad? I hope so. 6:30 PM. Contest venue, Master's Room. Wow, this whole thing is made of chocolate. I want chocolate. Which character? Gregory Edgeworth, I assume. I can't believe I'm actually seeing Master Jeff's desserts up close. Were this not the scene of a murder, I admit, I too would have delighted in this occasion. Oh, now that you've reminded me it's a murder scene, I'm getting shivers down my spine. Perhaps it's because this room is cold to begin with? Now that you mention it, this room really is cold. Achoo! Never expected the defense attorney to show up so early. Yay! I like Detective Bad. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jeff Master's defense attorney, Gregory Edgeworth. Yeah, we met this guy in the previous investigations game. Gregory Edgeworth and Tyrell Bad. Game spoiling us, yes. This is my assistant, Raymond. How do you do? Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide. Mr. Bad, the detective in charge of this case. A man of few words. Tastes kinda bitter. What are you doing? Stop that. No! He ate the paper. He likes to digest his memos in his stomach as well as in his mind. This is just a thing he does, apparently. Oh god. Oh, I'm glad he seems to have lost that habit. It's just a strange habit of his. Please don't be too concerned. It would probably be too much to ask him not to be concerned at all. More importantly, Detective Bad, will you give us permission to participate in the investigation? Permission denied. Why? Mr. Edgeworth is Master Jeff's defense attorney. Defense attorneys plant false evidence to try and get their not guilty verdict. I don't want their kind to disturb the crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth would never use false evidence to defend his client. Heh, I can't trust that, coming from a defense attorney. Do the police still suspect Mr. Master, even after the investigation? If we didn't, we wouldn't have arrested him. I believe that Mr. Master is innocent. That's why I have come to investigate. Believing in his innocence, without investigating the crime scene. How naive. That's why I would like your permission to investigate. By investigating the crime scene, I want to ascertain if my thinking was naive or not. So, you don't intend to leave until you've investigated the crime scene? Yes. Fine then. I will give you permission to investigate the crime scene. Thank you. Still got a lollipop. But I'll be accompanying you. I can't trust you defense attorneys, after all. If you understand that, you can begin your investigation. That's a lollipop? I'm a little surprised myself. Alright, let's begin the investigation. Raymond, be sure to take notes on the case. And don't eat them. Leave it to me, Mr. Edgeworth. Just begin already. Alright. Nice. Okay, this case is already very cool. Let's save. He's a slow speaker because he's eating a lollipop, yeah. Defense attorneys do get a bad rep, yeah. They have it rough. Just, they get paid nothing. They're always the ones who have to fight back in court. Ah, Bad's my partner and not Raymond. Interesting. This is an actual crime scene. I'm so excited! This isn't a game, Raymond. Please be more serious. Yes, sir. I'm taking a memo right now. Oh, what exactly are you writing? I'm copying down this dessert recipe over here. Raymond, please be more serious. Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't make that connection either. That makes sense, though. He speaks slowly because he's eating a lollipop. What? Your way of investigating is too soft. An investigation is like a popsicle. Walk around the crime scene and investigate. Talk with the people involved. If you do that, little by little, you'll lick it down to its core. And the truth will be written on the end of the popsicle stick. Yeah, he speaks faster once he takes the lollipop out. That's a cool touch. I pray that it doesn't say the truth will be lost for all eternity. Check out my badge. Working with defense attorneys isn't worth it. They go through the crime scene as they please and interpret their findings to their favour. Do you also feel that way about me? He didn't confirm or deny it. The good ship Red Rum on the Red Sea is what's written on this sign. This seems to be the theme for all the works in this room. Starting with the central ship and treasure chest, every piece has a connection to sailing. It's a magnificent and elegant theme that complements Mr. Master's style. What are you investigating? Sir, I'm checking the temperature of the stream. What have you learned? Sir, this stream has warm water. The stream is connected to the fountain in the patio and runs through every room. It's an unusual construction for a room. The minds of the rich. I'll never understand. Same. What about over here? Was there nothing suspicious in the cupboard? No, sir. So, there was something? Oh, no. Only things like cooking burners and tableware were placed there. I see. Defense attorney. Was there nothing that you noticed? No. So you did notice something? No, I didn't notice anything. Everyone's always giving replies that are difficult to understand. What? I think it's your way of asking that's bad. Now I get it, Detective Bad? It appears to be a display of sailing equipment. There's also the possibility that one of these is the murder weapon. No, it looks like these pieces were all made out of chocolate. You can't beat someone to death with these. Blech. Misleading. At any rate, they all have such good workmanship that they look just like the real thing. It really speaks about the level of skill Mr. Master has in his craft. I want to eat them. I'll take one of them home, just one of them. Yeah, it was. Yeah, if the chef did murder the guy, why hide it somewhere where it would be so obviously connected to him? Yeah. So instead of Kay, we have Ray. Yes. So this was where the body was discovered? Yeah. The body has been removed, but otherwise, the crime scene has remained untouched. Yeah. To build such a large ship out of chocolate is magnificent. As expected of Master Jeff. I want to try eating it. Although I have no idea where to start eating it from. Anywhere should be fine, but if you start eating the crime scene, I'll make you leave. Oh, don't glare at me. Can't you tell it was a joke? I'd like Raymond to be just a little bit calmer. Also have a Y button here. The voyage of the good ship Red Rum is written here. It sailed the 7 seas and in the end finally found a huge treasure, modelled after the glory of an ancient adventurer. It's written here. So he failed 6 times. What an unlucky captain. No matter how many times he went on a fool's errand, in the end he reached the truth. It's just like a detective's spirit. Did detectives even exist during the ancient times? It seems that the stand supporting the ship has been broken. Oh, he's also got the powers of logic. I guess it runs in the family. So everyone's talking about red rum. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What if it's just a very realistic corpse-shaped cake? The ship tipped over and broke the treasure chest, didn't it? Oh, maybe... Could the victim have been crushed by the ship and killed? If that were the case, this would have been an accidental death. You two aren't serious about that, right? Well, we were only discussing one of the possibilities. I was being pretty serious, though. Well, we don't know the cause of death yet, so if you'd kindly give us the autopsy report, you jerk. I think, yep, I've read that. Red rum is murder spelled backwards. Oh. Yep, okay, that's really clever. Nice, thank you. That's really funny. I like that. It seems that the body was discovered inside this chocolate treasure chest. The person who discovered it was Miss Hall. Monsieur Master, are you in here? Eek! She heard the sound of something breaking inside this room and came in. I would like a little more information about this. What's this? Something has been dropped inside the treasure chest. This is... It seems to be some kind of seal with a design and initials carved into it. It looks like a signet crest. Was it the victim's? I don't know if it was the victim's, but we should take it for now. Detective Bad, I would like you to tell me about the state of the victim. If you mean a photo of the body, here, look at it, all you like. It seems the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. Has the murder weapon been found? You should try asking the prosecutor in charge later. I don't want to. I don't want anything to do with him. It seems he doesn't intend to tell me, frankly. So, may I borrow this photograph? Sure. It's not a photo that was taken by the police. Miss Hall took a photo of the body with an instant camera when she discovered it. An instant camera? Is that like a disposable camera? An instant camera is a camera that can develop its film right after taking a picture. Oh, such a convenient camera exists? Anyway, let's go over the state of the crime scene a bit. This photo, upon closer examination, contradicts the state of the crime scene. I'll have to deduce the contradiction to resolve this matter. Okay. Well, let's take a look at our new evidence. Does the design hold any special meaning? Okay, I can't inspect that closer. The victim's body was found in a treasure chest made of chocolate in Jeff Masters' room. The cause of death seems to be a hard blow to the head by a blunt object. The 3DS has been officially discontinued. Oh wow. Bingo chip. Hey, not Demon Slayer, how are ya? Welcome. Okay, well, first we logic. Oh, first we save. Well, now we have to get a unique game over, because now we're not playing as Miles anymore. Accounting, do you know how often the unique game overs are in this game? Because I haven't found any so far. Breaking sound with beaten to death. That's not right, that's not right. But I want to see the incorrect dialogue. Because we're a different character now. It seems these two pieces of information aren't connected. It seems I was a bit too hasty in jumping to conclusions. Should we see what the game over is? It'll take a while. Well, I have water here. I haven't drunken at all yet, so... no good. That line of logic seems too unreasonable. Raymond's over there still stealing recipes. I don't think these pieces will fit together. Looks like I'll have to start over. Sorry, Gregory, but I want to see the game over. Not many. There's one in case 4, you think, and believe there's a couple in case 5. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I didn't find any in the first 2 cases. They could just have him say the exact same things Miles says. Which would be... it would be disappointing, but it would also make sense. Oops. Connect 4. Oh my god, cat. Cleo is so desperate for food, she's licking her empty bowl for flavour. You're not starving, sweetie. You're rather overweight, actually. That's why you're on a diet. To come this far, only to lose hold of the truth. But it seems all hope is lost. Oh, I thought it's similar dialogue. Thus the truth was lost for all time. Like father, like son. Beginning part 1. Wow, okay, this is going to be a decent length of a case. Alright, breaking sound and broken stand, that seems kind of obvious. Due to the broken stand, the ship lost its balance. It would seem Miss Hall entered the room upon hearing the ship collapse. Yeah, when Miss Hall entered the room, the ship had already fallen over. At any rate, I wonder why the stand broke. Maybe because it's made of chocolate. Maybe there was something wrong with the ship's balance in the first place. Is that really true? What have we got now? Beaten to death. Why the stand broke. I don't think those go together. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. He thinks the exact same thing. I love it. What is this little... Oh, that's the thing we found here. You think too hard and collapse. Spent too much time meditating over the cause of death and the breaking noise, he just passes out. Okay. So, what is different? Let's have a look. Looks like the lid has been moved. Maybe? And that piece on the bottom left looks different. Yeah. This does look different. Oh yeah, I should check the incorrect dialogue first, shouldn't I? This is connected to my badge. Oh, I didn't hear his eureka noise. This part is contradictory. It contradicts this piece of evidence. This ship is confectionery. How sweet. Otherwise, we could board the ship and sail down the chocolate river. What? What's an unpleasant dismissal? Let's calm down and inspect the crime scene once more. It feels like something that was here before isn't anymore. Okay, maybe I'm on the wrong track. I'll go for this first, though. Eureka! This part is contradictory. Oh, okay, that was not right. Something that was here before isn't anymore. Okay. I mean, the body's not there anymore, clearly. There's that big piece of chocolate there, but it's smaller now. Blood. Yeah, looks like... What happened to the blood? The blood seems to be gone. Are you sure the only thing the police removed from the crime scene was the body? Ah, they also took away the piece of cloth the body was wrapped in. In that case, a major contradiction has been created at the crime scene. Contradiction? Detective Bad, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. I'll check with forensics. Mr. Edgeworth, what happened? Comparing the photo and the crime scene, something struck me as being out of place. In the photo, the chocolate underneath the body remained intact inside the treasure chest. However, in the actual crime scene, it's missing. The chocolate with the bloodstain has completely vanished. Yes. Did the police remove it, or was this the work of the criminal? According to forensics, No one has cleaned up any bloodstains. No worries, Rose. Have a good night. Oh, is the mini direct coming out tonight? Nice. I'll have to watch that after I finish streaming. Willy Wonka and the Murder Factory. Yeah, it was a third-party one, wasn't it? Just all of these Nintendo mini directs about third parties. I'm just hoping that Hollow Knight Silk Song will suddenly pop up at one of them. That's why I'm excited about them. I see. Well, that would mean someone erased the bloodstain. Who knows? Okay. Notes updated. Some circumstances are unclear regarding a part of the treasure chest and a bloodstain. Alright. I can get some more dialogue from you about that. What? There are several puzzling points in this case. I would like a little more information on the state of the crime scene. You have your own 2 feet. Why don't you go investigate yourself? That's how a detective does things. We may be in different positions, but we both want to know the truth of this case. Wouldn't it be better if you cooperated a bit more? He's fallen silent as a stone. A rather large stone. Is that also how a detective does things? Silksong is definitely one of the ones people were clamouring for more news of in these partner directs. Yeah. Definitely. They also just have some cool announcements. Like the last one I watched had just a ton of new indie games I'd never heard of that looked really cool. Master used these gloves while making his desserts. They hid his fingerprints. Certainly, it's possible that they were used for that purpose. But wouldn't you agree that finding cooking gloves in the kitchen is perfectly natural? Doubt everything. That's my job. Elegant tableware and cookware are placed on the counter. It looks like the same tea set Miss Hall was using earlier. Was Master Jeff drinking this black tea? That's pretty odd looking. On this tea set, only Jeff Master's fingerprints were found. Were his fingerprints found on any of the other cookware? The cookware was washed. Nobody's fingerprints remained. Or he might have been cooking with gloves on. It seems the only thing here with his fingerprints is the tea set. Shouldn't her fingerprints be on there since she's serving? I guess she's using a different tea set? I don't know. This should be part of that set, right? Star and moon? I didn't notice if she was wearing gloves too. I'll check out the fridge. No? Ah. Just want to see how ridiculously full that fridge would be. A cooking master. Can you imagine just the ridiculous amount of things that would be in that fridge? Excuse me, but you are... My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective? Actually, I'm a defense attorney. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm his assistant, Raymond. Pardon my late introduction. My name is Dane Gustavia. I am one of the pastry chefs participating in this contest. What kind of desserts do you make, Mr. Gustavia? specialty is making desserts out of candy. Oh, what a cute seahorse! It was meant to be a dragon dancing in the sky. This is a dragon? Maybe it's a Seedra? Kingdra? I mean, a Kingdra is a seahorse and a dragon. I think it would fit better in the ocean than in the sky. I know all too well that design is my weak point. I plan to study design and undergo training in Zengfar once things settle down here. Zengfar, there's that country again. I probably shouldn't touch the subject of design any further. Mr. Gustavia, if you aren't related to the investigation, why are you in this room? So Detective wanted to know more about the desserts in this room, so he asked me to come. Since he's one of the contestants, he might know something. Check out my badge. That badge has a rather artistic design. My craftsman's spirit is shaking. Mind if I borrow it for a while? No, you may not have my badge. Well, there's the cat alarm. Cleo! No, she's already next to the bowl waiting. I was hoping to show her on camera, but no. I'll finish this dialogue. Sorry, this is rather important to me. It would be unbearable if it got hurt in the candy making process. What a strange line of dialogue. I'm just going to save, and then I'll go AFK and feed the cat. Be about 10 minutes, I'd say. Give you all some music. Some music. Some very short music. Here we go. Okay. Gustavia, you think is a word related to gastronomy. Ah, okay. That's clever then. Alright, I shall be back. Gonna feed the cat. Hello, I'm back. Just listening to this beautiful piece of music. This one's called Bonds, A Heart That Believes. Really nice. Oh, yeah, this is lovely. Okay, well, yeah, we should get back to the video game. But that's a really nice piece of music. Hello, I'm back. Thanks, Tag. Okay, I changed my badge. Check it out. I got the defense badge. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. But I've got the defense badge. It feels a lot bigger than the prosecutor's badge. Because it's just this big disc. It's quite nice in its own right, though. It's got like these little ridges around it. Nice. Yeah, I bought these two badges off of eBay. Just so I could wear them while streaming these games. Alright. Back we go. The Inherited Turnabout. I think I've been sleeping funny on my shoulder because it's been really hurting lately. Okay. Mr. Gustavia, those instruments you use are quite unusual. These instruments are called candy pumps, and they pump air into the candy. They kinda look like swords, they're so cool. Indeed, ever since I began using them, no day has gone by where I didn't receive a burn or wound. Whoa, ow. That's why I wear red clothes, so that not a single stain will ever show on me. I think you should, maybe slow down a bit. Master your technique a little bit more. Making desserts is serious business. I am always training. Does he injure himself because he hasn't trained enough? Can you tell me about the great dessert contest that was held here? From the looks of this room, it seems the desserts weren't just for eating. The exhibition Sir Master held was a contest in the art of dessert. The art of dessert? Desserts that are true works of art, made solely out of edible materials. The works of art in this room are all made from desserts. Now that you mention it, the whole room is filled with the smell of chocolate. Sir Master exhibits great talent in both flavour and design. If you are not able to surpass Sir Master in flavour and design, you will not be able to win. Beating the world's greatest pastry chef is pretty hard, isn't it? In other words, if I can surpass Sir Master, I shall become the world's greatest pastry chef. That was the prize of this contest. The prize is the title of the world's greatest. In addition to that, there is also Sir Master's treasured Angel's Recipe. Yeah, this all sounds like pretty good motive for murder. So, remove competition. If you want to learn more about the contest, just look at this piece of paper. These were the rules that were given to the participants of the contest. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Contest rules. Prizes: title of World's Greatest Pastry Chef and Angel's Recipe. Rules: 1. Contestants' room will be judged, starting from the left. So, contestants' rooms. Okay. Afterwards, all parties will meet in Jeff's room. 2. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. 3. Entering another contestant's room before the judging is done is prohibited. Ah, okay. So was the master himself participating in the contest? Because this is the master's room, right? Interesting. I want to see the other rooms. This contest sounds fun. Can you tell me more about the rules? The title of World's Greatest Pastry Chef. I intend to achieve it through this contest. Afterwards, if I am able to master my design training in Zhengfa, I shall be recognized as a first-class pastry chef in both cooking and design. I would think the order would be reversed. Have you seen this before? No. My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective? I'm a defense attorney. And about this piece of evidence... Meditating again? I guess if it doesn't catch his interest greatly, he won't even give it a glance. Okay. Tea set. Okay. Sorry, but I do not know much about the incident. I only learned about the incident after the judging had finished. How was the contest judging carried out? Let's see. Sir Master started judging at 3 PM. Starting from my room, the judging proceeded in a clockwise direction. Okay, this is pretty important. Master's room... Gustavia, Delicia, and Dover. Okay. Delicia. Can we keep this floor plan? This seems very important. I use the room to the right of Sir Master's room, which is the room we're in now. Okay, we're in Gustavia's room. Okay. Next, the room of a female pastry chef named Delicia was judged. A female pastry chef? What kind of person is she? She is a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal. I heard she used lots of cream to make a fantasy-themed dessert. And lastly, Sir Dover's room was judged. His works were frozen statues made from sherbet. That sounds like too much sherbet. That sounds much less delicious. I mean, I like sherbet, but it's definitely one of those things that needs to be in moderation for me. Paul discovered the body in the middle of Gustavia's judging. She panicked, and because she immediately notified the police, Master continued judging without knowledge that the body had been discovered. As a result, Master judged Dover's room in Dover's absence. It seems we have plenty of room to suspect Master. Why? What would be the motive? I'm lacking in information. It's probably too early to object. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you talking to Mr. Gustavia about earlier? I was asking him about the chocolate frame hanging on that wall. I thought something was missing. I thought if I asked someone who knew a lot about desserts, I could get an answer. Although, thanks to your arrival, I still haven't gotten my answer yet. Well then, since you've been waiting for so long, we can ask him about it right now. I guess you don't understand sarcasm. Mr. Gustavia, can you assist us with this matter? I train in the art of desserts every day. If you have a question about desserts, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you very much. Okay. You can make such a beautiful picture out of chocolate? As expected of Master Jeff. Is this really chocolate? It looks like an actual picture to me. Impressive, Sir Attorney. You noticed well. This picture of an angel is not a dessert, but rather the angel's recipe. The angel's recipe? The prize for the contest? This picture isn't made of chocolate? Oh, this is Master's room. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting the names and the rooms mixed up. Which one was Gustavia? Indeed. Within this chocolate frame lies a recipe book. Sir Master told everyone when he explained the rules of the contest to us in this room. So the contestants knew the recipe was here. How about it? This frame. Don't you think it's missing something? Yeah, it's missing that little thing in the corner. Oh, hey, look, there's a bloody handprint on it. This must be what Detective Bad was asking Mr. Gustavia about earlier. This chocolate frame. There does seem to be a part of it that's missing. That's what's been bothering me as well. What's missing? Let me show Raymond the part of the chocolate frame that's missing. It's the angel! Raymond, don't you think there is something missing here? Sorry, I don't know much about art. I thought this was one of those artistic expressions, though. My glasses slipped, and I pointed to the wrong spot. Alright, next time I mess up, I'm gonna blame my glasses slipping. There's something missing from the chocolate frame, right? That's right. Even if you don't know the first thing about art, you should understand this. Yeah, this little thing here. Take that. Look closely at this part with the decorations. Can you see that one of them is missing? So is Gregory voiced by ProZD, or was Raymond Shields voiced by him? I can't tell which one is ProZD and which one isn't. He's got a good variety of like deep voices he can do. Okay, this is ProZD. Nice, thank you. It's true. It's different from the other decorations. This imperfect balance in the decorations is not like Sir Master. A On closer examination, it seems this frame is not the only one with missing parts. We need to investigate further. All the desserts in this room each have one part missing. Whoa! The candle holder and the sailing tools are all damaged as well. So someone tampered with the crime scene? Perhaps. Maybe. Master vandalised the room himself to fool us. Master Jeff wouldn't do that sort of thing to his desserts. Tampered desserts. I wonder if they are connected to the incident. Almost definitely. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicion. Yeah, there's a bloody handprint there. I'm going to look at that last though. I want to... Oops. Finish looking around first. A dessert in the shape of a candle holder. Huh. It's titled Light of Life. It seems that one of these important lights isn't lit. Is it symbolic, or... What's this? This is a fire alarm. Oh, okay. Ah, let me say in advance, that's not a dessert. It's the real deal. If you press that, an alarm will sound, and security will be contacted. I understand that you want to press it to see what happens, but please restrain yourself. I think I can do that. No, I didn't particularly feel like pressing it. It's because you're a defense attorney. I don't think being a defense attorney has anything to do with it. The captain's log of a chocolate ship, which is also made out of chocolate. It seems its title is Journal of Regret. Running out of rum while drifting at the Red Sea has really made me red with regret, it reads. I don't know what kind of voyage it was, but it doesn't seem very regretful. It seems the title of this work is written here. Angel Caught by Thorns. It's an enchanting dessert, isn't it? It feels like my heart has also been caught. Quite. It seems Sir Assistant has a sense of beauty. Speaking of which, I too have had my heart caught by this dessert. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Gustavia praised me. Raymond, that's not the sort of thing you'd want to blow your own thorn about. He's a big nerd. I love him. You know Maya would press the hell out of that button, yes. Fire alarm. Okay, I'll have to... Can you send that link to me on Discord, Lauren? Then I'll watch it after the stream. So, defense attorney, it seems your sense of words is lacking. Cool, thanks, Lauren. Mr. Edgeworth made a joke. I'd better make a memo about this. Exactly which part of what I said was a joke? He doesn't understand he made a joke. Interesting. This picture of an angel is not a dessert, but rather the angel's recipe. The angel's recipe, the prize for the contest. Indeed, the recipe book is inset within the chocolate frame. Sir Master told this to everyone when he explained the rules of the contest in this room. So the contestants knew the recipe was here. Alright, bloody handprint. These finger marks are? These are unidentified finger marks. We don't know who they belong to, since no fingerprints were left behind. Finger marks without fingerprints. These might be related to the case. You think so? It looks like blood. Maybe it's not blood. Okay. A thought it was blood. It's a mystery. He was probably wearing gloves. Oh, Detective Bad lacks dreams and romance. I don't think there are dreams or romance at a murder scene. Achoo! Are you alright, Raymond? Oh, this room is way too cold. The fountain patio wasn't very warm either. This room certainly is cold. Do you want to wear my coat? Nope, I'm fine. Because that's something that you promised to give me when I become a defense attorney. Oh, that's right. Why is the temperature turned down so low? It's been turned down in order to maintain the chocolate's temperature. Why don't you try opening the panel cover on that wall? Panel cover? Whoa! There's a secret panel hidden there. This control panel is installed in all the rooms Sir Master prepared. So as not to detract from the dessert's presentation, the cover was closed to conceal it. What does the panel do? It allows you to change the temperature and the lighting in the room. In order to preserve any type of dessert, it can go down to about minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. The room would be like a freezer. It's set to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. No wonder I thought it was cold. 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, hang on. Just asking Google what that means. We use Celsius here. Degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. 15 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's cool. Smeared chocolate. Yeah, it must be smeared chocolate. Yeah, I mistook it for bloody handprints. Raymond is wearing the Jam and Ninja logo on his jacket shirt. Oh, is that the Jam and Ninja logo? Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Wait. How long has that show been running? This is 18 years ago. Time travel. Now I know how you feel when I say stuff in Celsius. Yes. Detective Bad, I'm not allowed to change the temperature, am I? Preserving the crime scene is the foundation of being a detective. But I'm not a detective. A defense attorney can't recklessly damage a crime scene either. Indeed, Sir Assistant, enduring hardship is also a part of my training. In order to preserve chocolate, 59 degrees Fahrenheit to 64 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. The ideal temperature for chocolate, as expected of the dessert chef. No, it is but a trifle. This is basic knowledge that anyone should know if they're a dessert chef. So, what's the ideal temperature for candy and fresh cream? As long as you watch out for humidity and hot temperatures, candy shouldn't melt. For fresh cream, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. You need to watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures for candy. I see. Detective Bad, you seemed a bit happy when they were talking about candy. I just realised why. Is candy one of his favourite things? I already checked this area earlier, but never hurts to take one. Well, I'll look at the panel, but I think we're done here. Jam and Ninja did not premiere until AA2. We've got a bit of a paradox going on here. It seems this control panel can change the temperature and the colour of the lights in this room. The colours are red, yellow, green, blue, cyan and white. That sure is a lot. This room's temperature is 59 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lights are set to white. It's because the works in this room are made of chocolate. By using white light, the chocolate can stand out. For Mr. Master, everything in this room is probably a piece of art. Okay, I think we're done looking here. What have we got in our logic bin? Beaten to death, tampered desserts by the stand broke. Well, I guess I can put these two together. If the desserts were tampered with, it would make sense. That's why the stand broke. Each of Mr. Master's works had a piece that was missing. Add to that the fact that the ship's chocolate stand was broken. I think we can surmise that someone ransacked this room. And the one who did it could be the true culprit. That I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that the ship's stand got broken when the room was ransacked. And when the ship fell over, it broke the treasure chest lid. I expect that the lid of the treasure chest was originally closed. Complete! Bum, bum, bum. An anachronism. Ah, okay. It seems our investigation of this room is just about over. Updated, okay? This should make it clear. Jeff Master is the culprit. Why? All the rooms in this mansion were locked from the inside. The inside? And the only way to open them from the outside was to use this key to the mansion. Do you know who had the key? Master was the only one with the key. There were no spare keys. Okay. By using the mansion key, Master could enter all the contestants' rooms. Of course, the key could also lock his room from the outside. However, Mr. Master's room is currently unlocked. Yeah, that's why I suspect Master is the culprit. I'd like to hear your reasoning in more detail. Here we go. Why I suspect Jeff Master. Hang on, we get some things updated here. I want to go look at them. Each of the desserts in Mr. Master's room have one part missing. Before the ship's fall, the treasure chest's lid was closed. Okay. What else we got? Frame fingerprints. Or finger marks. No fingerprints were found. The only key that can unlock the rooms in the mansion. Okay, ooh, got a lot of profiles now. Isaac Dover, age 38, gender male, the victim in this case, found dead inside Mr. Master's dessert. Catherine Hall, age 16, gender female, Jeff's assistant and housekeeper, a huge fan of Pierre Hoquet's works. Hoquet? Tyrell Bad, age 42, gender male, eagle-eyed homicide detective in charge of this case, the strong silent type. Dane Gustavia, age 36. I just noticed his facial scar also goes through his hat. A contestant in the Great Dessert Contest. Specialty is candy. Delicious Scones. Scones? Age ? Gender female. A pastry chef. Said to use any means to achieve her goals. Okay. If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on the treasure chest. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away. Contrary to his expectations, the body was discovered by Miss Hall. That's my reason for suspecting Master. Got that, Ace Attorney? So you also think it was Mr. Master himself who vandalized this room? Yeah, You defense attorneys believe that justice lies in trusting your clients, but I'm a detective. If I believed every poor sap's story, I'd let the suspicious ones get away. I understand your reasoning thoroughly. However, I'd like you to hear my thoughts on the subject now. Fine. Detective Bad believes that he is right, but I won't give up so easily. I can't accept his reasoning. I'll have to show him evidence that contradicts it. Delicious scones. Her name is kind of obvious. Yes. Scones are pretty nice. If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect. Hold it. Isn't it a little premature to suspect Mr. Master on those grounds alone? It's a little premature for you to be objecting. Just wait until I'm done. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. He left it unlocked. If the door had been locked, Master would be the only one who could commit the crime. Well, maybe the door just happened to be unlocked. Then, maybe the body just happened to be lying in the open, waiting to be discovered. Runt, do you think you could become a good detective with logic like that? Oh, but I don't want to be a detective. I want to be a defense attorney. I hope he isn't trying to steal my apprentice. Master had a reason to leave the door unlocked. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on the treasure chest. You believe the broken lid was Mr. Master's doing? Yes. If he hadn't done that, the body wouldn't have been found. It doesn't seem likely that he would break his own work while he was judging the contest. That's right. Master Jeff would never waste a good dessert. On piece of cake, he even eats them while dancing. That TV show is irrelevant here. Detective Bad, you know about piece of cake? When I didn't even know of it. What? This is a surprise? So, do you sing the song too? That's irrelevant. In other words, yes, you do. Anyway, the one who broke the lid on the treasure chest was Master. I love Detective Bad, he's great. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. The judging began in Mr. Gustavia's room, right? Yeah. I too was looking forward to seeing his candy craft. If you would like, I can put on a display of my candy craft for you right now. Oh, pig! What do you think? It represents Sir Detective. Is that supposed to be a police dog? No, no, no. This is a wolf. Ah, okay. A lone wolf. Not bad. What would my candy form be? I'm kind of curious myself. Moving on. That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away. They are making Gregory feel different from Miles. Yeah, I think Miles' response to that would have been, "Oh, good grief, can we move on with this?" And Gregory was like, who would I be? So that's pretty cool. Do you know the time of the murder? We're still waiting on the autopsy report. Without the autopsy report, how could you have arrested Mr. Master? We don't know the time of death, but we do know when the body was discovered. It was discovered while Master was judging Dane Gustavia's room. I believe he let the body be discovered to create an alibi. But that alone is not enough to arrest Mr. Master, right? Who knows? That's all I intend to say. Detective Bad, are you hiding something? Detective Bad seems adamant that Mr. Master is the culprit. I don't think Master Jeff would have broken his own creations. But why was the treasure chest broken then? Just think back to the situation in which the body was found. In doing so, we should be able to see the contradiction in Bad's reasoning. But the chest was broken by the falling ship. You like that? Gregory is super serious but not super uptight. Yeah. Gregory is professional but not humorless. A bit like Mia in that sense. Oh, that's a cool comparison, actually. Yeah. Alright. What if it's my badge? This piece of evidence holds the key to the truth. You know what this lollipop and your reasoning have in common? What? They're both so sugary they make me sick. Then why are you eating it? In that case, why don't you stop licking that lollipop? I'd suggest you try a more tangy line of logic. Let's see if there's any other dialogues for him. I believe your statement contradicts this piece of evidence. You know what detectives and lollipops have in common? What? Chew them out for too long and you'll lose your teeth. Next time you make a mistake, this lollipop might come flying at your head. I should watch out for cavities and any further mistakes in my reasoning. He just threatened us with a lollipop. I would like one more chance. Is that all the dialogue? This piece of evidence will make the contradiction clear. Rubbish. He shot that down with one stroke. I'd like to hear sharper reasoning than that. I understand. My next strike will settle this. Okay, I think that's all of them. Let's reload. Okay. Yeah, so the treasure chest's lid was broken by the ship, not by Master. Originally, the victim's body was hidden inside the chocolate treasure chest. Miss Hall entered the room when she heard a sound. I think it is likely that this was the sound of the chocolate ship falling over. Yeah, that's what you would think, just by looking at the crime scene. You said that Mr. Master broke the treasure chest lid himself. But this photo shows that the ship's fall caused the lid to break. If the lid broke just before Miss Hall found the body, then Mr. Master, who was in the middle of judging, could not have broken it. I never said that Master broke the lid directly. The ship was set up to fall during the judging. I believe he tampered with the stand. Do you have proof he tampered with it? No, but the investigation isn't completely over yet. It seems they still haven't found anything conclusive. Have you found any other fingerprints, other than Mr. Masters, in this room? Yeah, there were some left on the door. But the victim, Dover, and Master were also among the fingerprints left behind. Before we made our desserts, we all gathered here to have the judging explained to us. Perhaps that was when we left those fingerprints. But you didn't find any fingerprints on the works in this room? What? Someone tampered with the chocolate in this room. So perhaps there are other fingerprints on it apart from Mr. Masters. No matter what we find, it won't clear Master of suspicion. Labby, hurry up and dust the chocolate for fingerprints. Roger that, sir. Detective Bad, we found another person's fingerprints on all the chocolates in the room. Whose fingerprints? They belong to a pastry chef by the name of Delicia. Good work. Return to the investigation. Yes, sir. It would seem that there are other suspicious people besides Mr. Master after all. I don't need a defense attorney to tell me that. I'm not stopping my investigation. We will just go and listen to what this Delicia has to say. Delicia. Gustavia told us about her not long ago. Is she really a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal? Mr. Edgeworth, this Delicia lady sounds mighty suspicious to me. It seems that it will be necessary for us to speak with her directly as well. Detective Bad, would you allow us to accompany you? I'm not obligated to do that. What? But you were the one who discovered the truth of the crime scene. Fine, have it your way. Follow me. Detective Bad? Thank you. Oh. Detective Bad, sir. Are you sure about that? Right now, that prosecutor is in the room. Doesn't matter. Him and I don't see eye to eye. I like Bad even more now. Welcome, outsider. Yeah, I know about the Japan exclusive, the great Ace Attorney games. Daigakuten Saiban, I think. Yeah. I know the first one has been fan translated, and I think they're working on the second one at the moment. So hopefully I can play the first one of those once I'm done with all the other mainline games. Him? Who's the prosecutor in charge of this case anyway? Manfred von Karma. What? Von Karma is in charge? That guy hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred von Karma, the living legend of the prosecutor's office. If the rumours of his courtroom performance are to be believed, he's a man who would do anything for a guilty verdict. No matter what kind of prosecutor he is, I can only hold true to the path I believe in. You got the translation and game working on your PC? Oh, nice. Congrats. I hope you enjoy it. To be continued. Oh, yeah. Bloody Von Karma. It's so freaking good. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. That would be a good stopping point, but it's only like 6 PM, so... Ooh! Look at this place. It's pretty. I want to eat it. It's only 6 o'clock. Let's keep going for a little bit. December 24, 7:30 p.m. Contest venue, Delicia's room. Wow, a candy castle! And there are even some fairies over there. This room seems to be structured in the same way as Master's room, but it's nowhere near as cold. This room also seems to have been fitted with a temperature control panel. Ah, it's over by that orange lamp, right? Indeed, let's not forget to investigate it later. Even so, this room is like something out of a fairy tale. Is this cream-covered castle Delicia's work? Where is Delicia? Oi, can I help you? Hello boys, I'm Delicia Scones. Well, she doesn't look very... what was the thing we were given, the description? Use any means to achieve her goals. Well, you know, she could just be... very good at deceiving people. The soundtrack is legendary? Oh, cool. I'll have to go listen to that afterwards. It's probably on YouTube. In my native England, I'm known as Miss Delicious. Being called a boy, even though I'm already 34, is certainly a rare experience. But boys? I understand you calling me that, but Mr. Edgeworth? As far as I'm concerned, you're all boys to me, even that detective over there. My name is Bad, not Boy. Just how old is this woman? Mr. Attorney, let's just finish our business here. Doesn't like her. Right. This guy. Actually, I don't remember how I voiced him. It's been so long since I played through the first game on stream. You. What do you think you're doing? Conversing with a mere attorney? He was in the candy castle. Mr. Edgeworth, a scary man came out of the candy castle. Von Karma. This man is Prosecutor Von Karma? Eep, Manny. So he's Von Karma. Pleased to meet you, Prosecutor Von Karma. My name is Gregory Edgeworth, Defense Attorney. Bah! I have no interest in the names of defense attorneys. After all, they only exist to be crushed by me. What a rude man. That piercing gaze and furrowed brow. Oh, he's even scarier than the rumours say. Although that statement was also very rude. Prosecutor Von Karma, would you allow us to investigate too? You think I would give information to a mere defense attorney? As I thought, it won't be that simple. However, I'll make a special exception for this room. Why did he change his mind so quickly? You, old bloodhound. Don't call me that. My name is Bad. Ha! A mere detective, speaking back to me. I admire your courage at least. Bad, stand watch and see to it that they don't misbehave. Why, me? I would not accept your refusal. Well then, I'll be investigating Gustavia's room next. There, I'm babysitting again. I wonder why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together. Instead of being on bad terms, it seems like they hardly know each other. Mr. Edgeworth, now that we've got Von Karma's permission, we can continue investigating. Yes, His manner bothers me, but I am glad we can at least continue the investigation. Hold it. I also need to investigate this room. I don't want you disturbing the room, so you'll investigate after me. What? Aren't you the detective in charge of this case? Why haven't you investigated this room yet? The detective in charge of the initial investigation was a close colleague of von Karma. I came to take over for him, so I only got to this mansion just recently. So that's why he and von Karma aren't investigating together. Detective Bad, will you allow us to investigate with you like before? In doing so, you'll be able to supervise us, and also ensure we don't tamper with anything. You want me to watch you? You're a strange lawyer. I'll let you stick around. A little longer. Yay! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Thank you, Detective Bad. But if I decide you're holding up the investigation, you'll have to leave. Yes, I understand. Well then, let's begin the investigation. Begin! I need some more water. Okay. The sickly sweet smell of cream. Yes, this truly is a fairy tale world. And yet, here in this sugary sweet room, there was one with such a sour face. He doesn't belong in this room. That scary old man. Raymond, mind what you say. You're being a bit rude. Sorry. It won't happen again. He reminded me of my old school teacher who used to get mad at me a lot. A school teacher? I definitely don't want to think of my son being taught by such a man. That's a line thrown in just to jab at the heart. What? This room has the same design as Master's room. Is something bothering you? Von Karma was investigating inside the Candy Castle. I wonder why. Detective Bad, do you suspect Alicia? That woman is hiding something. My detective spirit is telling me so. Is that his detective's intuition? Something about this room definitely troubles me as well. I should listen to what Delicia has to say. What can I show you? Let's talk about the key. I would like to ask your opinion about this piece of evidence. I refuse. I hate pointless chatter. I guess he's not interested in things he doesn't think are related to the case. It's the key to the mansion. It seems the culprit prepared gloves in advance. That's why only finger marks and no fingerprints were left behind. Could you get any information from the size of the fingers? That would be difficult. In other words, this evidence is meaningless. It's a bit early to decide that. This could also become a clue. It tells us the culprit did not leave fingerprints. You always have a comeback. It's because you're a defense attorney. I'll take that as a compliment. So we found Delicia's fingerprints all over the place, but this didn't leave fingerprints. So that mustn't have been left by her. Interesting. Puzzling points in this I think I've seen this dialogue. Ooh, information on the state of the crime scene. Yeah, I've seen this dialogue. The dramatic irony. Yeah. Tragic. These games have such good, like, investigating music. So this castle, I just look at this and I remember that boss from Cuphead with the candy castle and the candy themed mini bosses. Man, Cuphead was such a good game. I'm so glad I finally played that. So many good games to play, like this one. There's a burner and some chemicals over here. They were probably used to make desserts. What are these chemicals? The writing on the labels say number 1, Punch Out, and number 9, Sufferin. What? They poisons? No, they are both used to make desserts. Seems to be artificial flavouring and colouring. Punch Out is a catchy name for a fruit punch essence. Very misleading. What bothers me is what Sufferin stands for. Don't turn around, don't turn around. If you do, you're only going to eat that castle. This forensics officer seems to be on a diet. Aw, that would be really awful. Being on a diet and having to investigate this case. Aw. You can do it, mate. I believe in you. There's a cover on the wall, just like in Mr. Master's room. Let's open it up. The room temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lights are set to green. Gustavia said that 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature for fresh cream. This room's temperature is too high. This is intriguing. I wanted to look at it closer. Oh. It's a cute candy fairy sitting on a tree stump. The cream decorations are melting. The fairy seems to be well made, but something feels slightly off. Sounds like someone changed the temperature in here. Maybe to mess with evidence? Cute candy fairy, yep. Talk to you last. What is it, Mr. Attorney? Something about that ladder bothering you. Uh-oh, here we go. Detective Bad, it's actually a stepladder. They're both the same to me. They're completely different. Look at their basic nature. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, you tell him. I love the ongoing stepladder thing. Here are all the tools used to make desserts. Everything from a bucket of fresh cream to a brush and a trowel. Looks more like a construction worker's tools. Hey now, boys, don't underestimate the work of a pastry chef. It's completely different from your construction work, where they cover the walls with cement. We use the trowel to smear the cream, and the brush to clean any uneven parts. How is that different from construction work? Or having diabetes, yeah. Oh, that would be awful. Miles's team is just a ladder, right? I don't remember actually. Who was on what side of that debate? The stepladder law. It says the 4 fairies and the curious candy castle. It seems that this was the theme for Delicious Works. But it's not just the candy castle that I'm curious about. Oh, it looked like there's a... Okay. Never mind. I thought that was like something stolen from the chocolate room and left here, but no, it's just the plaque. I can't believe this amazing castle is made entirely out of confectionery. I know! What a work of fantasy! It's like a fairy tale world. You like all this fairy tale stuff, don't you? Sorry. I got a bit too excited, didn't I? No. It's interesting to me, since you're so enthusiastic about it. Unlike my son. Your son? He's only in grade school, yet he prefers to read law books instead of fairy tales. I am worried that he won't be able to make any friends that he can talk to. Huh, what an interesting kid. I'd like to be his friend. I think you'd be more of an older brother to him. No, stop eating the paper. An older brother, huh? Well, I've got some growing up to do then. Yes, and that's why we have to continue with the investigation. Aww. A true dad worrying about his son. Maya is the leader of Team Stepladder, you think? Nick was Team Ladder. Yeah. I think Maya was Stepladder. Miles had 2 friends, Gregory. It's fine. Yeah. The castle doors are open. When someone opens a door, they really should remember to close it afterwards. Would he say that directly to Prosecutor Von Karma, though? Huh? Looks like there's some stuff inside. Let's see. Wait. I'll examine it. Stay out of the way. This fresh cream melts too easily. Seems like Detective Bad's shoes got covered in cream. Why were these objects kept inside the Candy Castle? If there's anything you want to investigate, you better speak up now. Sure, what about everything? This pillar has a hexagonal recess. It looks like a pedestal, but it has nothing in it. A hexagonal recess, huh? I wonder what would have been put there. Imagine if the castle had collapsed and killed Von Karma. That would be great. A giant strawberry would fit with the fresh cream. Detective Bad, I don't think strawberries are hexagonal. I was just hoping. Then I hope it's a banana. I think I'd prefer blueberries. Blueberries. Oh. I am getting so hungry. This case is dangerous. There are rolls of blue cloth here. Looks like there's 4 of them in all. They certainly don't look like desserts. Yeah, I don't know what the cloth is for. It almost seems like it was hidden here inside the castle. Also, the colour of this cloth looks familiar somehow. 2 big rocks are placed here. It's like a storage room. Yeah, the inside of the Candy Castle isn't so dreamy. Hey, maybe they're raw gemstones. Who knew that there were such treasures hidden within the castle? Seems like a rather careless way to handle treasure. It looks like there's something underneath the rocks. Seems there's a pedestal attached to both of the rocks. Gee, I wonder if they're the things that go in the things. Of course, it's a pedestal for displaying the gems. Well, in any case, this is no ordinary object. Logic. The first logic thing is beaten to death, and it always concerns me when I see it. Hexagonal recess and pedestal of the rock. The game desperately trying to make logic relevant. The rock's pedestal has a similar shape to the recesses on the castle's pillars. Perhaps the rock is meant to be placed on top of the pillars? Oh, that's right. They're both hexagonal. I wonder why they were hidden inside the castle, though. The blue cloth and the rocks inside the castle. I wonder if they belong to Delisha. Delisha, those things in the castle, what are they used for? Those? I'm afraid I can't tell you. Looks like Von Karma is keeping her silent. Eep! I've been found out. He'll get mad at me if I talk. Prosecutor Von Karma doesn't intend on being upfront with his information. Oh, it's such a shame. We finally figured out where the rocks were supposed to go. Could it be that you're interested in my goods? Eh? Your goods? Those are my popular relaxation goods. You mean the rocks and the cloth? Yesy, that's right. You see, they're not actually rocks, but special lamps made from rock salt. Wow, so those are lamps. It gets even more exciting, because this cloth also has an amazing secret. As soon as we showed interest in her goods, she became quite talkative. Since we've got them out, come experience the therapy, boys. A suspicious lack of chess metaphors in this case. Yeah. If Von Karma had died, Nick would have never become a lawyer. Yeah, that's true. He was in, what was he majoring in? Art. Well, maybe he would have continued on with that. But then, you know, if Von Karma had died here, Gregory would still be alive. And Moles would have his father. I think that's a good timeline. Baddie, could you put everything up? It's not baddie, it's bad. So you won't do it? Is Baddie being a bad boy? Labby, are you done photographing this room? Yes, sir, I am. Then go help Delisha. Yes, sir, I'm on it. Thanks. I knew you were a good boy underneath, Baddie. Miss Delicious, that was amazing. You even persuaded Detective Bad. Wouldn't salt melt cream? Oh, does it? Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Capcom presents Ace Artist. Thanks a lot, Baddie. And you too, Forensics. She even gave the Forensics a nickname. I think that's her way of showing she cares. What's so therapeutic about these things anyway? We don't have time for that now, Baddie. The show's about to begin. Forensics, finishing touches, please. Yes, ma'am. Ooh. Pretty. Wow, it's so beautiful. It really is. I wish my son could see this. Aw, take some photos. Oi, I told you so, right? The 4 fairies and the curious candy castle was the theme of my work. It's so sparkly and cute, right? It seems like one of them is missing something. The truth is, I had planned to unveil it during the contest. Well, I'm glad I got to show it to you boys. Huh? But it doesn't look like the rock salt lamps are lighting up. Huh? I wonder why. I think I'll need to examine the rocks and the fairies again. Interesting. I wonder if I tried to talk to her earlier, she would have just been unresponsive. Wait, in this timeline, Butts is the artist. Does that mean that in the timeline where Von Karma dies, if Nick becomes the artist and Edgeworth becomes the defense attorney, does Butts become the prosecutor? That's a terrifying thought. Yes. Oh. That would be horrifying. Thanks for the nightmares. Oh. Huh? Miss Delicious, you don't seem as energetic as you were earlier. Delicia, can I just ask, did something happen with Von Karma? Yesy, did nothing of the sort. But you just said yesy. That yesy just now was only a greeting. You're a cute boy, I like you. What's your first name? Eh? It's Raymond, but... Well, Ray Ray, I think you'll make a good man of yourself someday. Ray Ray? How about that? I think you have a way with British ladies. She's a little different from my image of a lady. Why don't we listen to what she has to say? Hey Kimberly, this prosecution is the butts. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Could you tell me about your actions during the contest? Yesy, we began making desserts for the contest around 10 o'clock. Basically, I was in here making my desserts the whole time. At 1:30, I joined the afternoon tea for about an hour or so. Afternoon tea? It's a social occasion where conversation is had over black tea and cakes. So it's pretty much a tea party. Well, I suppose. Oh, Greggy, you're a smart boy, aren't you? When did I become Greggy? Where was the afternoon tea held? It took place in the gardens outside of the fountain patio. It's our customary break time during the contest. It's always held at the same time. Today there were just 3 of us who took part. Jeffy, Katie and me. Sounds like Dover was off getting murdered. Since Jeffy had already finished his creations, he was there from beginning to end. Icy and Gusty didn't join in because they hadn't finished their desserts yet. So, everyone other than Mr. Dover and Mr. Gustavia participated. Yes, actually I hadn't finished my dessert yet either. I just wanted to try some of Jeffy's handmade pastries and Katie's fresh brewed tea. So, after I had eaten my fill, I returned before everyone else. During the contest, did you enter any of the other contestants' rooms? Eh? What are you saying? We found your fingerprints on the desserts at the crime scene. You found them? Are you admitting that you went to the scene of the murder? Oh, I admit it, but I'm not the murderer. It's the honest truth. Please hear me out. Oh dear. Alright. I think Larry would have been Payne, and Payne would have been Edgeworth's rival. That would have meant Maya would be Edgeworth's sidekick, and Larry would have Gumshoe and Kay. Ooh, I don't like Larry with Gumshoe and Kay. But Maya as Edgeworth's sidekick would be awesome. I believe Delicia was British in the Japanese version too. Okay. What were you doing in Mr. Master's room? The truth is, I was studying his desserts. Studying? Because Jeffy's so talented at making sweets. Well, nobody was in his room at the time, so I just decided to study his works for a bit. So it must have been unlocked, huh? But if you were just looking, you wouldn't have left your fingerprints behind. You see, it's natural that I left fingerprints on the desserts. For the sake of research, I ate some of his desserts. Oh my god. Eh? Isn't that like stealing food? It couldn't be. The one who wrecked Mr. Master's room was... Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention to vandalise the room, but I did eat a few parts of the desserts in his room. I secretly ate little bits and pieces so Jeffy wouldn't find out. So, did you eat the ship stand as well? Yesy, I did. What could go wrong? The chocolate ship broke because of you. Eep, I'm sorry. So, the reason she left the afternoon tea early was to preserve her appetite. But, you've got to believe me on this. I'm not the murderer. Her actions are sufficiently suspicious, but I won't press on it yet. Check out my badge. Oi, what's that? This badge is proof that I'm a defense attorney. Hoi, I'll show you mine too. This chef's hat is proof that I'm a pastry chef. Is that so? But aren't those sold in stores? Hey, it's not the hat that's important. It's the spirit you wear the hat with that matters. So then, wouldn't that mean just about anyone can become a pastry chef? Oi, that thing you've got there is rather cute, Greggy. But the colour is rather unappealing. Now, if I were to coat it with fresh cream... Stop it! Alright, so that's what she says when she doesn't have anything to say. Nothing to say about the tea. So, I'm wondering if she stole the key. No? Okay. Nothing to say about the key. There's only one trustworthy chef, and his name is Boyardi. Sorry, I don't know that reference. I'm sorry. Nothing new there. Since the circumstances have changed, we should investigate the scene once more. Yes, the fluorescent cloth behind the fairy dolls, and the rock salt lamp concerns me. Why were they in the castle? No, why were they hidden inside the castle? I knew it. That woman smells, but not a sugary sweet smell. We need to have another look to see if there are any problems at the scene. Boyardi is an American brand of pre-canned pasta. Ah, okay. Boyardi. Oh, okay. Boyardi. Ah, so that's why I haven't heard of it. I won't rest until I've inspected everything. This dessert made my shoes all dirty. If you come any closer, your shoes will be covered in cream too. We've already seen what's behind the door. There's no need to look again. Oh, hey, look, there's some blood on there. I just noticed. The castle door is adorned with a beautiful cloth. I think this was the cloth that was in the castle. Entranceways are always beautiful. That's what a detective thinks. Yes, after Detective Bad's shoes have trampled all over it. But this is no time for snide remarks. That's something different. Edgeworth says most of his snide remarks out loud. Oh, Miles Edgeworth. They're both Edgeworth. Well, it looks like both the lamps and the pillars are broken. Both of their light bulbs are broken. Maybe they were dropped on the floor. There's some sort of red stain on this lamp surface. This stain? Could it be? That smell. There's no mistaking it. It's a blood stain. Well. That's a blood stain? Why is there a blood stain on this lamp? I wonder if this has something to do with the lamp bulb being broken. I should also take a look at the other lamp here. Well, looks like we might have found the murder weapon. So this is where Delicia originally intended to put the lamps. I don't get why she put them in the castle. Since they're broken and don't light up, maybe she decided to put them out of the way? If she wanted them out of the way. There are many other places to store them. It's like that old saying, hide the salt in the sugar bag. I think the saying goes, hide a tree in the forest. If Delicia intended to use these lamps as decorations during the contest, it creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. I need to deduce the contradiction at the scene. Thanks for being vague, Gregory. Suppose I have to solve something myself, eh? Alright. Connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, it's connected to my bag. Detective Bad, look at this. Don't you think it's strange? I think what's strange is your deduction. Ugh. If your brain isn't working right, then it's due to the lack of sugar. I'll sell you one of my lollipops for $2. He tried to sell us candy. That sounds a tad high. Is there no evidence of a contradiction with the castle decorations? Yeah, I think that... Is that the answer? Oh, you didn't realise? Ah, okay. That's alright, I forgive you. Detective Bad, please read the contest leaflet. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Huh. These rock salt lamps and the fluorescent clots go against the rules. Ah, that's alright, counting. I forgive you. So maybe that's why they were hidden in the castle. I wonder about that. I think we should investigate further into Delicia's actions. She certainly looks suspicious at the moment. Alright, that's all that checked. That's a lot of logic. Yeah, so connect the high temperature with fragile desserts. The cream is melting because someone changed the temperature. The reason the fresh cream is so fragile is due to the temperature in this room. So my shoes got creamed because the room temperature is set at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Speaking of which, when you open the castle door, the doorknob didn't break. Yeah, it was stronger than I thought. Strong? A dessert? Detective Bad, could you have a closer look at that doorknob? Huh? This is... It would seem this doorknob isn't a dessert. And it's not just the doorknob. This castle and the fairies are just plastic moulds coated in fresh cream. Then this isn't a dessert piece at all. It would seem they're just fake desserts covered in fresh cream. Wow. She's a sham. Everyone's a sham. I'm a sham. She's a sham. You're just being a smartass. Yeah, it's alright counting, don't worry. Study his desserts. Well, I'll try connecting these two. I think she was studying his desserts because she doesn't actually know how to make desserts. Not of this type, anyway. Nope, okay. Too unreasonable. Well, Canal Road. Right, let's go check these fairies. After I save my game. I might have to finish up the stream soon, actually. My voice is getting sore. Keep going for a little bit longer. Because this part's interesting. It's a cute candy fairy sitting on a tree stump. The cloth in the back, along with the decorations, really give it a magical atmosphere. When you look at it, it almost feels like you're spellbound. What we need to look for is the hidden truths of the real world. What? Don't be fooled by the fairies. Unlike the other fairies, this one doesn't have a fluorescent cloth. Miss Delicious, it's not right to leave one out. I don't like it either. But one fluorescent cloth and the machine has gone missing. You've lost a cloth and a machine? What sort of machine is it? Oi, let me tell you. Each piece of fluorescent cloth is hooked up to one of these machines. The machine is called a rainbow light device. Light is sent through the cable and into the cloth, which is made of optic fibres. Just fiddle around with the settings a bit and it will turn into all sorts of colours. When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno. And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cool ice. It's powered by a long-lasting battery that's resistant to changes in the temperature. I'm not very familiar with these kinds of devices. Mr. Edgeworth, she's saying it's a machine that transmits light to the special cloth. I see. It's amazing what they come up with these days. So, one rainbow light device and one fluorescent cloth are missing. Yes, see, that's right. Wherever could they be? This fluorescent cloth. Could it be related to the case? One rainbow light device and one fluorescent cloth have gone missing. Could there be some connection to the case? Where's the fourth fairy? Wasn't there supposed to be four? Ah, there it is. Over here. I don't know if I need to do more logic. Oi, looks like this caught your eye. The way this cloth works. Oh, I wonder if it's okay for me to tell you about it. Sorry, I can't talk about this cloth. What? That was strange. I wonder if Von Karma told her to stay quiet about it. Bloody Von Karma. I love how the music has gotten all serious and we're like in this candy fairyland. It's good. Logic button. Well, I assume this is the murder weapon. There is evidence that the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. What's more, there's a bloodstain on one of the broken rock salt lamps. Could this lamp have been the murder weapon? You're right! It could have been used as a weapon. Labby, is the blood analysis on this rock salt lamp finished? Yes, sir. It finished just a few moments ago. The bloodstain on that lamp belonged to the victim. You heard what he said. Well then. The murder weapon was hidden in Delicia's room. We need to consider her as one of the suspects as well. Fake desserts, broke the rules. Well, she broke the rules here as well, because I don't think he was supposed to go to his room. Oh, Not sure which of these two connects. I'm just going to try this one. Oh, nope. There's that sound. That's fine, Tag. Your sister's staying up to take care of the babies tonight. You convinced her to go to bed. Yeah, that's really nice of you, Tag. You're doing a lot to help them out. It's really nice of you. You think she's the Yatagarasu? Trying to steal the dessert secrets. Oh, well, I'm going to go ask her what the frick is up with this. Hey lady, what the frig is up with this? Oh, I can inspect it. Ugh, a vivid bloodstain was left behind. I can't believe the murder weapon came from inside the Candy Castle. Raymond, if it's too difficult, you don't have to look at it. I'm fine. I'm going to become a lawyer after all. Heh, I see. You have a promising future. Aww. This rock salt lamp doesn't light up. It's a shame, but it appears to be broken. Oh, I really wanted to see it light up. I wanted to experience the calming glow too. Maybe I should try putting one in the office. This rock salt lamp has a hexagonal base. The recess in the pillars must have been made to match this shape. After all, they fit the pillars in the Candy Castle perfectly. Yeah, don't think there's too much to look at here. Oh. Not going to say anything about the lamp. Okay. Okay. Hey, Bad, what about you? There's no mistaking it. This is what took the victim's life. Choosing a weapon like this. Perhaps the murder wasn't premeditated. If that's so, that woman hit the victim with this lamp on a sudden impulse. It feels like the sweet smell of desserts has been tainted by the smell of something fishy. Delisha, are you hiding something? Alright, doesn't care about the cloth. Okay. I don't think there was anything else to look at here, was there? Nah. Okay. Oh, I guess I need to logic these last things together. Not sure where the cat went. She's been fed though. She doesn't need me anymore. Dang cats. Fake desserts, and she broke the rules. I think that's the only combo I haven't tried. Using decorations that were against the rules, and making fake desserts. A lot of Delisha's actions seem suspicious. Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Also, the temperature of this room is way too high. Is there a reason for that? I wonder. I think we should ask Delisha directly. Okay, now I can talk to her about it. Desserts! Room temperature. Delisha, why is the room temperature set to 68 degrees Fahrenheit? The cold doesn't agree with me. Plus, it's bad for the body. This figure doesn't just maintain itself, you know. Naturally, as a lady, I want to look young forever. I wonder, how old Miss Delicious really is? Raymond, a true gentleman never asks a woman her age. This room is mainly filled with cream, and 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the recommended temperature for preserving fresh cream. What, really? Now it's all gone to waste. It looks like Miss Delicious didn't know. Huh. I thought she was supposed to be a first-class pastry chef. The fake desserts and the rule violations, and now her lack of basic knowledge. Looks like she keeps many secrets. Oh. Not gonna talk about the fake desserts. Yeah, well, we got a new logic thing. Slap them together, see what happens. Delicious knowledge in the art of dessert making is lacking in fundamental areas, and she claimed she went into Mr. Master's room in order to study his desserts. These actions and ideas are not fitting of someone aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Yeah, they don't sound like the words of a pro. It's like she doesn't even realize it, or maybe she isn't a real pastry chef. Perhaps she had some other intention. It's possible that she didn't go into the room to study desserts. So then, are you saying Miss Delicious is the criminal? We can't say that for sure yet. But I know she's hiding something from us. Complete! Secretly Jessie from Team Rocket. She's well disguised then. That's enough. Investigating. We've found much more than I expected. And yet, something from before still bothers me. Prosecutor Von Karma must have found the murder weapon in this room. So then, why did he let Delicia be? Firstly, I must ascertain Von Karma's true motives. Detective Bad, I would like to ask Prosecutor Von Karma something. I've also got business with him. And Delicia there too. Eep! What's the idea, Baddie? Don't glare at me like that. It seems Detective Bad also has his doubts about Delicia and Von Karma. Delicia, would you come with us for a moment? Yesy, that's fine. What for? We have to find Von Karma. There are some things we need to talk about. 8:05 PM. Contest venue, Fountain Patio. Prosecutor Von Karma, we need to talk about the case. From the look on your face, I assume you've found the murder weapon. Yes. We discovered the murder weapon in Delicia's room. It would seem Mr. Master isn't the only suspect in this case. Bah! That's not true. Where the murder weapon was found does not change the fact that Master is the culprit. As long as I am here. Why is Von Karma so sure of himself? Well then, aren't you going to explain why the murder weapon was in Delicia's room? Huh. Naturally. If you wish to know, I'll tell you. About the murder weapon. In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. Mr. Master took the rock salt lamp? Precisely. I carried out the investigation myself. There can be no room for doubt. Do you have evidence that he moved it? That will not be necessary. What? If you have an objection, say it. Do you think a mere defense attorney can break my logic? One little inconsistency. Von Karma still clutches at the place he was shot. Yeah, that's a good point. They didn't actually do new sprites for him, huh? Interesting. I'm not happy with my Von Karma voice. I want to remember how I used to voice him. I'm going to go look through my VODs. Okay. Gotta go find case 1-4. Not that one. Well, going to the HD sprites of the HD trilogy looks very weird in comparison. Part 5. Oops. Trying to find the trial. God, case 1-4 was so good. He could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Okay, it's pretty much like I'm doing now. Oh, fair enough. I guess my voice just can't go anywhere near deep enough to match that. In order to pin the crime on Delisha, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. He took the rock salt lamp from Delisha's room. Exactly. In order to kill Dover, he had prepared the murder weapon beforehand. But the murder weapon was found in Delisha's room. Doesn't that place suspicion on Delisha too? I'm not finished. Master killed Dover. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delisha's room. So the murder weapon was the rock salt lamp hidden inside the candy castle. I discovered the murder weapon when I entered the castle. Be thankful, defense attorney, that you too came by this information. Why was it necessary for you to enter the castle? Maybe he's interested in candy castles? Objection. Why, you? Do you think I went in there because I wanted to? The detectives at the scene were useless, so I had to investigate myself. I wasn't in charge of the initial investigation. Detective Bad joined the investigation halfway through. Bah, a certain work ethic is required if you are to gain my trust. This is a flagrant waste of time. I'll continue. Yeah, there's some really good villains in this series. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. Wouldn't the body left behind in his room also be cause for suspicion? Moreover, I have a favourite saying. I'd like to share it with you. Even dogs can wait. Wait until I've finished. That's exactly what I'd like to say to you. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Are you saying that Mr. Master removed the murder weapon and hid the body in the chest? He believed that if he hid it inside his own work, it would not be discovered. So savoury. Don't you mean so sorry? She shows no sign of remorse. He moved the murder weapon and left the body at the scene. Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. How can you conclude that Mr. Master is the killer without any evidence? You think that will shake me? You disappoint me. As long as the body was found in Master's room, he's the prime suspect. Is there really no evidence pointing to anyone else at the crime scene? Surely there's room for further investigation. Insolent attorney. Another investigation is not necessary. Master must be the killer. If you think differently, cease these pointless words and speak with evidence. Think back to the crime scene. If Mr. Master isn't the killer, there must have been something there incriminating someone else. It seems Von Karma won't be shaken easily. I'll just have to present evidence that contradicts his reasoning. But first, I will save my game. So the murder weapon found in one room means it was to throw them off, but the body found in another wasn't. Yeah, I think he's saying that he was killed in that room and the body was too hard to move out of the room, so it was hidden. I think is what he's trying to say. Badge. Have a look at this piece of evidence. That's irrelevant to what we're talking about now. Ugh. Such a boring interruption, defense attorney. Ugh. He's laughing at me. Oh, he finds the badge funny. Have a look at this piece of evidence. Oh, yeah, that's the same one. Any more? That statement is strange. It contradicts this piece of evidence. Von Karma's logic is perfect. The very thought of a contradiction is inconceivable. Oh. You think that evidence can break my logic? That's the same one. I'll try one more time, see if we get another one. No, okay. Let's reload. And yet it wasn't too heavy to lift and put into a chocolate chest without breaking it. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, well her fingerprints are everywhere. Do we have proof of that here anywhere? I don't think so. Oh wait, is the cloth? Oh, is that the missing cloth? Covering the body? I don't know if I'm meant to make that connection yet. Objection! It's true that the murder weapon and bloodstains disappeared from the vicinity. However, there was still one piece of incriminating evidence left behind. Have a look at this photograph, which was taken when the body was first discovered. This cloth was used to wrap the body. Doesn't it remind you of the fluorescent cloth from Delicia's room? Eep! My fluorescent cloth was at the crime scene! Ha! Fluorescent cloth? You! Just what part of this cloth is fluorescent? I guess Von Karma doesn't know about this cloth's secret. It looks like a normal cloth at first glance, but if you use this rainbow light device, you can make it glow. Prosecutor Von Karma seems a little surprised. I don't think it was the cloth's ability to glow that surprised him. One sheet of this fluorescent cloth is currently unaccounted for. Now, I'd like you to look at the colour of the cloth in this photo. Don't you think it looks like the colour of the fluorescent cloth before it's been lit up? Huh. Both the rock salt lamp and the fluorescent cloth originally belonged to Delicia. Wouldn't it be natural to assume that this cloth was used to wrap the body? Prosecutor Von Karma, I believe the present conditions give us much reason to suspect Delicia. She lifted it up with her leg. Hold it, Greggy. Do you really suspect me? I just want to say that the animations in this game have been so good. They're just all so full of personality. I don't yet know if you are the culprit, but it is true that you're hiding something. Am I right? Oh, that's objection. So, you're saying that the murder weapon and the cloth were originally from Delicia's room? Yes. What's so funny? Just as I expected from you. The murder weapon and the cloth are not from her room. How unfortunate for you. What does he mean? Before the contest began, Master noticed her violation of the rules. He confiscated the cloth and the rock salt lamp, and kept them in his room for safekeeping. What? The victim was not seen, as he stayed locked up in his room after the contest had begun. The only one who could have unlocked the locked rooms was Jeff Master. And the murder weapon, the rock salt lamp, was being kept in Master's room. This should be the decisive evidence in proving Master's guilt. Defense attorney. You've lost to me before you even had a chance to stand in court. Ugh, what's this? What? Was all our investigating for nothing? Miss Delicious, why didn't you tell us about your confiscated items? Well, Manny said I'd look suspicious if I did. Prosecutor Von Karma? And it's true, you all suspect me, don't you? How clumsy of you, defense attorney. Von Karma. So that's why he let us investigate Delicia's room. And in your clumsiness, there's one more thing I need to inform you of. 2 sets of fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. 2? Yes. They belong to Jeff Master and Delicia Scones. No other fingerprints were found. After Master killed Dover with the confiscated rock salt lamp, he foolishly concealed the murder weapon, bearing his own fingerprints in its owner's room. I don't even need to prove my case in court. I have more than enough perfect evidence to prove Master's guilt. Hold it! I still have some doubts about the fluorescent cloth found in Mr. Master's room. Bah! Irrelevant. After disposing of the body, he intended to return it to Delicia's room. I don't have enough information to refute Von Karma's reasoning. Nothing left to say. If your job is done, leave this place. That's... I can't give up yet. Huh. We've wasted enough time as it is. Bad, take them away. There are still some doubts left in our investigation. Detective Bad, what's the meaning of this? It's not my nature to leave any doubts behind. I like Detective Bad. My Delisha voice is perfect? Ah, good. Thank you, Counting. There is still one piece of evidence that has yet to be identified. That's right. There are still the traces someone left behind. Bah! Talk about your doubts as much as you want later. But this, my dear attorney, is none of your business. No, I also have some doubts about one piece of evidence. It's likely that I have the same doubts Detective Bad has. What? This is the piece of evidence left in Mr. Master's room that has yet to be identified. It's the crest. But maybe it was my badge. We still do not know the true nature of this piece of evidence. This is not the same doubt I had. Oh. The only thing I question here is you, defense attorney. There can be no unidentified evidence before a von Karma. It wasn't this. Please wait. I still have some doubts left. Yeah, Bad is a bro. We still do not know the true nature of this piece of evidence. Wait, what? That's not the one... That's not the doubt you had? Oh, okay. I thought it was the crest. I guess not. Well, there's the frame finger marks. Somebody left finger marks on one of Mr. Master's desserts. If these were the killer's finger marks, then it's possible that the killer also didn't leave any fingerprints on the murder weapon. How did you know the state of the crime scene? I gave them permission to investigate. Ooh. Bad. What possessed you to let a defense attorney into the crime scene? I don't recall you telling me not to let them in. Bah, such impudence. You'd best remember, Bad. Your salary review depends on me. Oh. This isn't good for Bad. I'm so glad I have a kind boss like Mr. Edgeworth. Your salary review depends on how you perform here. I'm surprised at what a mere attorney like you managed to uncover in such a short time. However, it's possible those finger marks were Master's own doing, because he always wore gloves while cooking. Seriously need a Ma badge count. Do you have evidence that those finger marks were left by Master? And moreover, there are still a few points of suspicion surrounding Delisha. Oh, you still haven't given up on that? Greggy? You still suspect me? I've already apologized for stealing a few bites. I don't want to suspect you. However, I can't easily trust those who tell lies. You must still be hiding something. Greggy is a bully. Don't you know the temperature fresh cream must be kept at? You call yourself a dessert chef, yet you lack even the most basic knowledge. I'm sorry for my lack of knowledge. In your case, it's not even about the lack of knowledge. In truth, you don't even know how to make desserts, do you? Defense attorney! Stop trying to force your own reasoning. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. If you say the witness is lying, show it with evidence. We're not in court yet, but very well. This evidence shows that Delisha can't make desserts. fake desserts. But maybe it's my badge? This is the evidence. That doesn't prove anything. What a rude boy. Really? You are a rude boy. Exactly, boy. It's alright. Young people are allowed to make mistakes. I'm nowhere near your age. Good grief. Well, will you allow me to try again? Fake dessert. The only things Delisha made were those that broke. The only things Delisha made were those that broke the rules. The lamp and cloth that broke the rules were being held in Master's room. There is no way the witness could have returned them to her room. Those were not the only fake desserts she made. What? Her desserts may look like something out of a fairy tale at first glance, but in reality they are nothing but mannequins, decorated with cream. Apart from the cream, they're all fake. This is not something one aiming to become the world's greatest pastry chef would do. Is this true, Bad? Yes, my shoes can attest to that. Will that be enough to convince Prosecutor Von Karma? Once he sees what Delisha has done, he'll have no choice but to be convinced. Hey Shizzle, I'm good thanks, how are you? You've started case 3. It's pretty good so far. Love how Gregory is just not intimidated by Von Karma. Yelp. Delisha, the fact that your actions could lead to you being a suspect is no laughing matter. That's... I didn't murder. Isn't it time you told us the whole truth? Who are you? And why were you indulging yourself in another contestant's work? You see, I understand. The truth is, I'm not really a dessert chef, like I led you to believe. I'm actually a pharmacist. What? A pharmacist? That's a completely different occupation. It's no wonder he couldn't hide his surprise. Why is a pharmacist like you participating in this contest? I just love eating desserts. I joined because I thought I'd be able to eat some of Jeffy's desserts. I never thought I'd end up making it to the finals. Even Prosecutor Von Karma is at a loss for words. So that's the real reason why you entered the contest? Yesy, as expected, Jeffy's desserts were oh so good. So, the gloved finger marks on the picture frame were your doing? No way! I never wore gloves. Delisha's fingerprints were found on Mr. Master's chocolates. So it is true that she wasn't wearing gloves. Yesy, exactly. You do believe me, Greggy. Is your face stuffed with nothing but desserts? Sorry, Manny. I think it's her belly that's stuffed. Were Master's desserts all that you ate? Actually, no. After the afternoon tea, I also ate Icy's desserts. You mean you entered the victim's room? Yesy, exactly. The room was empty after all. Perhaps the victim was already dead by then. But my first bite tasted way too salty and I couldn't eat it. So I ate the delicious star-shaped dessert that was nearby. Miss Delicious, you really are a glutton. It is rare you see a woman with this kind of appetite. That's all I did. Greggy, Manny, everyone, I'm sorry I caused you trouble. Now that you've told us the truth, everything's fine. There's no need to apologise. Yes, we haven't questioned how did she get into Master's room because there's a key. She must have stolen the key. You love eating desserts too? Yes. This case is making me hungry. Hey UED, how are ya? Hope case 3 is going well. Yeah, it's really good. I'm going to have to end the stream very soon though, because my voice is getting very sore. I'm going to reach a good stopping point and then finish up. This does not mean that your testimony is trustworthy. I'll be investigating the victim's room after this. Only then will I decide if your testimony is true. Prosecutor von Karma, I'd like to go as well. I also need to ascertain whether my reasoning up until now has been correct. I'll let you follow, but I have no intention of letting you investigate. That's enough for me. "9 PM. Contest venue, Dover's room. Thought this would be a new chapter. Well, this seems like a good spot to end. Cliffhanger. Well, next time we will find out what Dover's room looks like. Okay, thank you all very much for watching. Yeah, my throat's very sore. So, gonna go relax. Who is streaming? Ah yes, Waypoint is doing a charity stream for National Bailout. They're one of the bail funds that are helping out Black Lives Matter protesters. So, ooh, they're playing Splatoon. Ooh, fun. Yes, that's a really nice cause. I'm going to send you all over there. Thank you all very much for watching. Waypoint. And hopefully we can continue this next time. Such a tasty case. Yes. Yeah, sorry about that, UED. I wish I could go longer. I'm having a lot of fun with this case, but yeah, my throat is just... it's actually very sore. Yeah, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. See ya.